All right, we're back. Episode 4 of the HQ podcast. I've got someone that has been highly anticipated and someone that I've really wanted on the podcast ever since I've built the place. I've got Dunn D, brother. How you doing?
Good, my brother. What's going on, man?
It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much. I think when I was building this place, I'm pretty sure I messaged you way earlier on when I first started building. I was keen to have you on, so it's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
And then by the right, we've got Big Herm here. He's not
back again.
Scattered this time. He's fresh as fuck. It's a
Dude,
Thursday.
the past 2 podcasts have been bad. I was blind the first one.
Yeah, and then we were sick last one, so he's there like blowing his nose pretty
It
much.
was because
half
of
the
his
time.
birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that wrecked everyone, man.
Yeah.
It was this like intense strain of COVID just brewed up in
Yeah.
my kitchen at Kick-Ons.
Nah, so that's, I guess, what we can segment into it. The new album, bro, Anthems. What a fucking release. The rollout's been sick. What a launch. The launch was dope. The energy there was sick. Dutz Gang on the host. I had no idea who they were prior to that, but the lads, Egg, Hank.
Bro, they were the
Kaz
best
as well.
hosts
It was.
ever.
It's they're the fucking the energy boost.
How did their crew like come apart? They come together.
It's kind of, so Dutz Gang is like me, Egg, Hank, Kaz, and then a couple other boys as well. They're kind of in.
Pitchy and all
But
that.
it's just, I don't know, just through hanging out and partying together. And those boys ended up coming with me like to a Brisbane show I did like last year. And we've just kind of rolled together on a bunch of things. And they're the G's, man. They have that shit down. But no, it's been a journey, bro. It's been a fucking journey. It's like so much work goes into it. And, the lead up to it all, I was so much work. I was tired. I was feeling burnout. So like, it's only just now that I'm actually starting to take it all in, I think. But no, it's been absolutely amazing, bro. Really good. Everyone's got really good things to say about the album. So yeah, bro. Just but it's only the beginning as well. I plan to keep doing this shit and keep the ball rolling.
Because this is your 4th one now, isn't it? Is it your 4th?
No, I think it's my 5th, man. So I did. What we got? I got Bin Chicken Phoenix, Pelican LP. Yeah, so I did I think it ended up dropping like in 2011. I did my self-titled album. I did that. Acuo was produced that one for me. We only did that as like a real limited run, and it came out a couple of years after I'd actually put it together. So never really pushed that one. I did it digitally, but I think so fifth album now for Anthems. Yeah, man.
Where would you say, like, if you could think the big significant changes throughout all the 5 albums to where you are now, like what do you think this one resonates with to you and where you're standing at compared to the first one now to the 5th? Like,
I feel like it's definitely the most comfortable I've been with what I'm doing, and just with creating the music and not second guessing things. A lot of times in the past I might kind of be confined to a certain box and think there's certain music I have to make. But I also feel like it's a real full circle thing, this album, because people know me from like the Pelican LP and stuff like that, but like, old Tazzy heads will know me from my band Unleash The Nugget back in the day.
I've got that on here, bro, to
which
bring
was
that
like,
up. Yeah.
which is like live hip hop with, sung vocals and shit like that. So it was all really kind of upbeat, catchy shit that we were doing. So yeah, I feel like Anthems has really come full circle to that. But
bringing it back to what you
but in the
started
most,
with.
like pure, refined way that I can do. So yeah, I put my heart and soul into it, bro. So it's.
I think the title really holds weight to what the track listing holds, man. Like,
Yeah.
each song feels like a classic. Like,
Yeah.
I've been a fan since I was a kid, and I've always enjoyed your music, and I'm lucky to call you a friend now. But like, each album, they're really good. But this album, you can't skip a track. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
some
man,
albums you've got your favorites, you might like the whole thing. But sometimes it's like, I want to hear that one next, so I'll skip a couple tracks. Each time the next track rolls over, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, this one's playing now. Like, each track is an anthem. Like, I was trying to think of favourite
compared
ones.
to, say, Phoenix, where Phoenix was... There's a vibe and a sound to Phoenix, but it was a much more like narrative-driven album, I guess. Whereas when I kind of I had a few songs in the bag before I'd come up with the idea for anthems, but they were all like big sing along shit. And then I don't know, it just came to me one day when I was walking the dog or whatever. But the fact that anthems isn't a fucking narrative, bro, it's just like a vibe of what the song should be like. So it made it a lot funner to fucking write too. There was like I was a lot more open as far as my actual writing to just kind of have fun with it. It didn't have to be this fucking, you know, necessarily like this fucking, you know, journey through time. It was just more of a fucking vibe, like, you know, big songs that people can sing along to.
Yeah,
and you got
can
on
feel
a lot of
them.
the instrumental work as well, like on the guitar and stuff.
Yeah,
and the
man. So I
banjo
basically write, like, the way that me and Callum have always done it is like I'll write the song and then I'll come to him and then we'll kind of put it together. So pretty much all the songs would, you know, I've got a little program in my phone, little app that's like a little 8-track recorder. So most of my songs start in that, and I'll do a rough version, then go to Callum. You know, I've got the kind of musical know-how, and I know a lot of things about mixing and what it should sound like, but I'm just not real good with computers.
Yeah.
So, and Callum is an absolute fucking G with that shit. But I guess that's where it started. But we're also, it's just a really good dynamic with me and Callum, where, you know, I'm a very, very driven, and I know what I want. So like I very much take the driver's seat when we're making executive decisions and stuff. But at the same time, like Callum's putting, you know, throwing ideas that are making pretty much every single track.
Yeah.
And he's a pleasure to work with, man. Absolutely. And a beautiful fucking human. So
Would you have a favourite track off it?
I mean, yeah, Lucky Man, probably, I reckon.
Yeah, for
but at the
sure.
same time, there's a few different tracks. But I feel like probably Lucky Man, maybe Lay It Down and Build 'Em Up. I remember writing that track over, you know, it was a couple of days or something, maybe a week or so. But just I remember it was so cathartic, like the shit I was going through to put into that track. But at the same time, I feel like as I'm dropping clips now as well, it's, you know, because I've been listening to the album for so fucking long now, you know,
Yeah,
as you do when you have
100%.
a release. But now I'm kind of dropping the clips now as well. And you know, it's kind of given me, you know,
Yeah.
so I'm looking at the songs in a new way, I guess. So
And you got a strut feature.
yeah, man, yeah,
Which is pretty crazy.
How did that come about?
It came about through I don't know if you remember, I did that LC press release cover a few years
Yeah,
back.
when you're doing the acoustic covers on YouTube
So I
and
did
stuff.
that, man, just like didn't expect much from it, just like, fuck, this is a cool little tune to jam on, put it out there, and ended up like, Trem and Strut both hit me up over it and were like, fucking absolutely loved it. And then through that, me and Strut started chatting a bit, and he was like genuinely like, you know, at first I thought he was pissing in my pocket a bit, man, but he's like genuinely like, I'm one of his favourite rappers in Australia, bro. And he was saying like, you know, listens to my music all the time. So it just kind of, you know, organically through chatting
Linked
for a
up.
little
Fuck
while.
yeah.
Eventually I was like, man, I've got some beats if you want to check them out. Sent it through, and it fucking happened. So,
You could
yeah.
see the fan in Strut during your set at the launch. Like, me and Lockie were standing a couple
Yeah,
people
yeah.
behind him, and Lockie goes,
She's just,
that is the biggest Dunn D
just crazy
fan I've
because
ever
I'm
seen.
the biggest fucking Brad Strut fan.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up on fucking LC, bro. It still hasn't hit me yet that I've got fucking Brad Strut on my album, that he just came and rocked the fucking launch with me.
Bro, he did
Like,
Goat Gang and rap the Monopoly verse
man.
to it.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
What the hell?
Like, it's, many monumental moments throughout the last couple months that I don't think have quite dawned on me yet. But
I think
Yeah.
Dunner's back in the Mobius freestyle days. Looking at this
yeah,
moment
man,
would
yeah.
be pretty
Well, I remember
crazy.
going to CLC when I was probably about maybe 17 or something. They actually played at Mobius in about
yeah, word.
2003, 2004. But they were the pinnacle for me, man. That was like the elite, bro.
Yeah,
like,
they're
for a bit
the
before
up
your
here.
time, bro. The LC was the elite of Oz hip hop, bro. You know, like the real heads knew, like cunts that were into rap, bro. Like LC was what it was about. So, you know, to get that fucking tick from Strutter, and just to kick it with him as well as a friend. He's such a fucking cool dude, man. So
Yeah, he's very friendly.
yeah, it's been.
Hermit's actually got quite a funny story.
Which
of
is
him.
funny because, you know, people know Strut from back in the day when he was, you know, still drinking and stuff. And it's like, you know, same as me a bit back in the day. But like to people that meet him out, they're like, he's so friendly. It's like, it's, you know, quite the opposite of what Strut was known for back in the day, because they were staunch cunts, man, back in the day. Like, which is what you had to be like back then, because it was a fucking.
That was the stays of it all.
I wasn't thick in it, but I rolled around in Melbourne for a few years back in the day, and it was that real like. Different to now, where it's like Eshe and Driller kind of tough shit. Like back then, it was graph head tough shit.
Yeah.
Cunts were getting jumped at gigs all the fucking time, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a thing, and like, you know, that era of Gargoyle and all that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Like, it was a bit more harder approach sort of thing. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
you got booed off stage if you were whack.
Yeah, bro, fucking
You would have got jumped if people were wearing half the stuff they were wearing. It's definitely a different era now.
But yeah, it's such a full circle thing, this whole album. So
No, you've done well, bro. You've
How long
done
do you
very
think
well.
you worked on it? Like,
I feel like I slowly started working on it. I know I dropped Pull Your Head In, mate, and that was what, end of 2022. So I think it was a bit after that I started maybe once a month going into the studio with a track or something. So it's 18 months, I reckon, in the making.
Yeah, sick.
But then that said, there's little bits and pieces, little riffs I've had from it that have been fucking sitting in the vault for years. You know
and you
what I mean?
create it through what you're saying before on your phone, like through this 8-bar sort of thing. So what do you do? You strum out sort of a thing, or
I don't know if it'll pick up on this or not, bro. I did this fucking yesterday. Just like a random little fucking beat. So I just fucking record. It's just got little tracks.
Yeah, just a
So
little
this is
door on
like-
your phone.
Just some shit like this is just me, my guitar, and like a fucking rough beatbox on it. Which is... But it's, yeah.
So that doesn't even sound that rough, bro.
But
It
like,
sounds
I
kind of
just say,
sounds
quite
good.
well produced.
You know what I mean? I just do a layer. All right, what am I going to do next? Do another layer. And that's how most of my songs start, man. I'll have like
That's
that.
sick.
That's a cool process.
And then I'll either go into the studio and lay that down and then write to it, or I'll fucking write to it and then go to the studio with
Yeah.
it. So it just depends. But that's pretty much now how all the songs start, apart from the Pull Your Head In, Mate remix, which was basically like, as I said, like I take the driver's seat with a lot of the stuff I'm doing with Callum, whereas like with the Pull Your Head In, Mate remix, I was like, you're taking the I'm sitting back.
That
for this
beat
one,
was
bro.
phenomenal.
Yeah, man, it's incredible, bro. And it was so cool to watch him work like that.
Really takes you on a journey with
man.
it.
He's an absolute beast. But yeah, and I've been doing that for a couple years before Phoenix. I got that app and I started fucking
That's
around with
hectic.
it. I've still got, if I went through it and dug through it, you'd still find the original, like the hums that are on the actual track for like Shadows from Shine. The fucking hums that are in the instrumental for that.
Yeah.
Same with like Responsibilities, the hum, they're all done of like just fucking shitty headphones, plug it into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my earliest memory of hearing you doing these sort of processes where you were just recording your you did that through Apple earphones or something,
man.
and then
Well,
took
not
it to
even
Callum.
Apple, like shit, like they were like
Really
fucking
shitty ones.
$8 ones from the servo, bro. But I've just I've got a knack for it now, and the way and like also to transfer what I'm making there and hear it in there into the studios as well. I know how to do it, like, and I think everything that me and Callum are doing, we just work seamlessly together now. Like with Phoenix, we would just start. You know, I'd never made music like that before. Cal hadn't made music like that before, so it was like we're still finding our feet with a lot of it. Whereas now, like, fucking, you know, sometimes when we finish the studio, we're just like, fuck, bro. Like we work.
It's a refined sound.
Bro,
You
we
do
work
definitely
so
have
good
that
together. And
Yeah.
there's so, you know, things that we communicate even without words and shit like that. When I'm recording, he knows what noises I'm making to pick up on if I'm going to run it back, or, you know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Got that good chemistry going.
yeah, which is so important, man. And like, it's been the best most just easygoing working relationship I've had with a producer, man. Because, you know, producers like can be very, I don't know, cling on to their ideas and shit, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%,
Like,
man.
which is fair enough. I've produced tracks as well. I know exactly what it's like. Like, it's art, man. When you make something, like, it's your fucking baby, bro. But it's just that with this music that I'm doing, I need someone that can be flexible with that shit. And Cal is the fucking perfect person.
Do you think he will be the main dude that you keep making music with for future albums
Oh
and
yeah,
tracks?
man. I don't see myself like. I think me and Cal, that's the person that I work with, and I'm sure there'll be, you know, I'm sure I could work with other producers as far as, you know, maybe doing a little side project or something like that. I still, you know, every now and then will rock a beat over different producers' beats, but just where I'm at the moment, where I get to create it from scratch, and then me and Cal get to see that idea into fruition is just I don't know. It's a cool feeling, man, to have the entire thing, you know, like from the ground up to build
Yeah.
shit. It's really cool, man.
I think the rapper-producer relationship is something that's not as appreciated these days as well, where it's, you got that one producer you make your whole project with.
Yeah.
You can create that relationship where it not only sounds consistent, but you're both growing through that journey together. So you're like, this is our baby. We have the same vision. We just want to make it better and better and better.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, I'll buy a beat off you, or buy a beat off you, or buy a beat off you. And there's
that's
not that
man.
passion.
It makes it a bit more special, I think, man. And I get it's different because, I'm in a position where I can fucking do that myself too, But yeah, if you can get to a point where you can find a producer that you really like, you gel with, then fucking,
Would you say throughout the whole time in your career, this, like Callum, is that producer you've gelled with the most and had such a good workflow and work state with?
I feel like it's been the most easy going, man. Like, I don't want to throw anyone else under the bus, you know what I mean? But I just feel it's the most easy going, man. Like, I feel like, say, I used to work with Medusa, and Medusa was producing for me. Medusa was probably the most talented musical person I've met, period, man. Like, he's fucking so musically intelligent.
Yeah, he's dope.
But I don't know, it's a different time as well, man. Like, fuck, I was working with producers in the past, and I was a fucking hectic drug addict, unreliable cunt in my early 20s. So, I wouldn't be the easiest cunt to work with either. So I think it's, I'm sure if I was that person, Callum would still just be like, chill, bro.
That's just how he
Come
is.
in, brother.
It's like,
it's just I'm very blessed to be we get to do this shit together. So
that'd be a cool bit to kind of segment into. And I was really interested to ask, so like, you starting and have been in this scene for so long, and like you were saying in your early 20s, just mention it briefly where you're at. Like, what have you seen, I guess, within your own personal growth as a person, also as your music, as a creative, and then also with the scene as well? And like, those memories, what are some of the memories that you've really held on to throughout that whole time? I mean, it's quite a long time.
I could go for about 6 hours on memories. But it's like, it's definitely grown, man. But it's Tazzy hip hop, I've always seen, comes in waves, bro. And there'll be like and a bunch of new dudes will come out, and then they'll fucking chill out for a bit. And then fucking boom, you got a bunch. So there's been so many different waves. And I don't think for better, there's some things that were better about back in the day. There's things that are better about now. Like, but I always think that the difference we have down here is just the solidarity, man. And I think for the most part, everyone's on the same page with that shit and rides together. This is some exceptions to the rule, but I guess it's like we're from such a small place down here. It's not like, say, Melbourne or Sydney, where you don't necessarily bump into people. But like, if you're in the hip hop scene down here, it's such a small place. Like, it's just too small to really have problems that last for a long time.
And it only takes a small amount of time so people know who you are.
Yeah, you know what I mean? People getting punch-ons and it's sorted or whatever. But I mean, for me, like, I came into it, for me, like, my golden age of Tazzy hip hop, like, that, the good old days, man, like, is I think I got into it like 2002, 2003. I was going to Mobius, had On Point nights, which was like the monthly battle rap nights. And this was like, I think not long after 8 Mile or around that time. So this was like Mobius was packed. Like,
booming.
Yeah, absolutely packed, like with freestyle battles. And that was it was a time everyone was fucking writing. There was, there'd be fucking beatbox battles, there'd be DJ battles, ciphers everywhere.
Yeah, culture was pumping.
Yeah, culture was pumping. And it comes in waves. I've seen that the last couple of years again when I go to gigs, culture is fucking pumping. But yeah, man, yeah. It's been, I think we're very blessed to come from Tazzy, man. And like, I fucking love it down here. I love the people. I love the scene. It's my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's my family. It's my baby. It's my parents. It's all of the fucking above, bro. Like, yeah, live and breathe this shit, man.
It's good. And you've also stuck with it throughout as well. I hear a lot of people that are like my age and stuff and getting into the scene, they're constantly looking at, they're going, oh, no, it's not here. I need to go to Melbourne. I need to go to Sydney. They've also got awesome shit going on up there. But I definitely like it, and hence why I've invested a lot of time into Tazzy and what I'm trying to build here as well. But for someone else that's stuck throughout the whole thing, seeing the growth, seeing those waves in and out, like that is quite, I guess, somewhat of a rare thing to stick throughout it.
And it's changed a bit because I mean, like as far as music in, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, like, yeah, you did have to fucking move to Melbourne, man. You couldn't do shit down here. Like, there was only a certain amount of things that you could do down here. But I feel all that just more comes from a place of like when you grow up in a place like Tazzy, or, you know, from me from Hobart, for you from Devon, bro.
Yeah,
so like same thing, you from Devonport come to Hobart, it's like that experience, bro. Like you've got to get out of the place you grew up to appreciate it. And that's what I had to do for many years, bro. But I think now, you know, the beauty of there's goods, you know, positives and negatives to the fucking social media age. But, you know, the beauty of it is, yeah, you can do everything down here. You don't have to fucking, apart from touring. That's the only thing that you can't do from down here. But at the same time, don't get me wrong, man, it is fucking so healthy for your growth as an MC to get interstate and fucking get amongst scenes, man. That's what me and Grills used to do.
There's only so much social media can do as far as, because you can be messaging, you can be all bros on Messenger, but it's
a different
actually
environment.
Presenting yourself, showing who you are, making proper friendships,
and
shaking
it's like
hands
for me,
with
it's
the
a bit
people
of a
you're
rite of
talking to.
passage as well, you know. Like fucking, I got stories to tell of when I first got to Melbourne. You know, fresh face fucking Tazzy kid getting knives pulled on him and shit. Like, whoa, fucking, you know.
You've told me a couple of those.
But yeah, fucking.
I guess as well with what you said about actually showing face and getting amongst the scenes and the communities in other spaces, you also have that aspect within your own career of you've gone around the world as well.
Yeah,
and
man,
done battle rap and stuff. And like, I wanted to ask that, like, what was that like in those early ages? Like, this was pre my time completely, but
well, I guess with the traveling around the world shit was like pretty late in the game for me, man. Like I'm 38 now, bro, and I had my daughter when I was 29 or something. So for me, it's like I had my daughter. I've been, you know, I was fucking late 20s. I was like kind of that ship has sailed, bro. Like the fucking any kind of dream of traveling the world or whatever. And then it just, I don't know, it just randomly happened. I did a couple of battles and the right people, you know, and I'd been battling for fucking years and just never getting to that next level of like getting internationals or going international with it. And yeah, it was like fucking 6 months after Lily was born that it just kind of took off, man. And I just started getting all these fucking opportunities and offers to go overseas. And it was pretty crazy, man, because I was just, you know, working. I was a fucking, you know, new dad, working construction, like not making much money and flying around to the other side of the world and fucking, you know.
You went to South Africa and all.
Yeah, man, yeah, South Africa,
hectic.
fucking New Zealand. Went to New Zealand. I went to New Zealand for like, that was 2015. So kind of before it all blew up. But yeah, went to Canada first, then went to UK, South Africa, and then went to UK again.
That's pretty good, man.
But yeah, many crazy stories and many lifelong friends, you know, that I've met through those travels.
do you still stay in touch? I guess you would through socials.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I've got a few of them. Like me and Bobby Rex still fucking talk regularly. A lot of dudes just that I've met through, and it's crazy. Like dudes, you know, battle rap's a niche thing, but I've been into battle rap for a long fucking time, bro. So. Excuse me, these, you know, so many dudes that I came up like these are the gods of battle rap to me. And I'm in, you know, Canada or England, like in hotel rooms fucking talk, you know, just hanging out with these dudes.
Yeah, sort of trying not to geek too hard, but like, whoa.
What the fuck, man? So it was, yeah, it was a fucking crazy experience. It was something that I don't think I could ever do again at that level of like, you know, doing a battle like every 2 months, man. It consumes you, bro.
Yeah.
It fucking consumes
So you went pretty quiet after was a resurrection battle in
yeah,
Melbourne
well,
with
that
Cogs?
kind of coincided. So yeah, you know, I battled Cogs, man, and that kind of coincided. It wasn't long after that fucking my marriage was falling apart and shit like that, and just a lot of things in my life that were changing. And that's when I, you know, pulled the pin on it back then, because I was just like, I can't deal with fucking having to keep up this fucking writing for a battle every 2 or 3 months.
Spending 2 months writing a diss against someone you actually respect as well.
Yeah,
sort of
man.
thing.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you know, it was from musical side of things, just in personal growth, like just letting go of all of that and all the persona and how, you know, it was so it was just a weight off my shoulders, man, to kind of, especially, you know, with music, to be able to be myself, like just in general, just to be a more vulnerable person, not worrying about having to fucking, you know, cover up your feelings because you think some cunt's going to use it against you.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck, if you were in the early 2010s with like fucking Madism, you know, like these dudes that we used to hang out with, it was fucking cutthroat, bro. Like, so this is why I was just so fucking, you know, tightly balled up with it. But yeah, it was a blessing in the end, man. And I've done the one battle since I quit battling with Grills. Which was fun, man. But at the same time, it was a fucking, oh no, it was a big effort, bro. It's a big effort, and it's a different effort. It's a different fucking artistic release to music. You know what I mean? It's just a lot more pressure than music. So,
yeah,
but definitely. I think I've still got a couple in me if the right battle takes shape. I'd love to get back over to the UK and Canada at some time to do a battle, but at the same time, like, unless it's meant to be,
yeah, it's not at the top of the priority list anymore.
I've got nothing to prove anymore, man. You know, like I'll go to this shit for so long.
Yeah, 100.
I've got the only reason for me to do a battle is because I want to fucking do it, not because fucking someone's like you to prove yourself. Like, fuck that. Done prove myself.
Point proven.
100%.
Yeah.
You mentioned a point there in that about throughout when you were battling, you felt as if like you couldn't be as vulnerable through your music because you just have people fucking ripping on you, I guess, if you were. But I've noticed now there's a few tracks where you've opened up with certain vulnerabilities, and I just wanted to say, like, just kind of have more of a conversation on, I guess, how important you think that is with music. And I hold it really close to my heart, and especially what we need to teach with the youth as well, to start kind of open up, being vulnerable and that sort of thing.
Yes.
How you've done it is, I really,
bro. I think, yeah, it's so important, man. And it's like, you know, I'm a you know, a bloke that's grown up in this fucking, that, you know, this bastion of fucking toxic masculinity and fucking amphetamines, basically. You know? And it was that's what I came from. But it's, you know, and then it was like to go from that to being a father, and it's like, yeah, it's so necessary, man, to just, you know, to speak about what you're going through and to be real. Because, like, you know, my dad comes from that generation. It's like, you don't talk about your feelings and shit like that. But it's like, it is so important, man. It's so, and music is so fucking helpful. Like, even songs off anthems or shit I was going through. And that's the beauty of fucking writing this shit, man, is you don't even know what you're going through. You don't even know what to think about it. And you can write something down and just go, fuck, just fuck, like something powerful to yourself, you know.
I remember you talking to me about it recently, and you said it was sort of wrote itself. Because
man, and I've seen those things of, like, I think it's, you know, Rick Rubin talking about it, like, you know, true artists don't write songs, they channel them, and I really feel like that. When you get to a point when you're in the pocket with it, you can fucking, it's like you're reaching up into the fucking universe, and you're channeling this shit from. You're channeling music that's been there for millions of years. It was just fucking waiting to get released, man. And yeah, there's been a lot of moments, especially with the latest album, where it's just like, this was meant to be.
And it's doing a lot for the people around you, even just, you know, people that aren't super close but are listeners. But man, like, saying when we did the Lucky Man video, you know, everyone brought the kids together. It was like all these dads just like, you know, they're proud dads already, but just having that, like, no, I'm actually the luckiest motherfucker alive right now. And
fucking oath.
everyone's just having a proud family moment. And, you know, hip hop is about expressing yourself, but it's a bigger thing to be just like, nah, this is like soft and lovely and sweet right now. And we're all happy about way more stoked than a tough track.
But I think that's the toughest shit ever, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Like having my fucking daughter doing cartwheels in that clip, the fucking staunchest shit I've ever seen.
That was what Dames has said. He goes, this is the most gangster music video to ever exist.
Yeah, man. But it's kind of like, as you're saying, with the track helping people I don't know and shit, but it's a weird thing because I just write these fucking songs on my phone and then put them out there. So it's like by the time you put something out there, it's, I don't know, it's almost a bit distant, you know what I mean? So you don't, you've listened to it so many times, it's kind of, I don't know, becomes a bit of a blur. So yeah, you forget that, it does fucking help people, man. And I've definitely been like overwhelmed with messages lately about, you know, what my music is doing for people. And I forget sometimes, man. I feel like I fucking, you know, I go through the same shit, bro. Like, fucking, before release, you know, the couple days before release of my album, like fucking self-doubt, like all the shit, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, bro, it brings me back to earth that like, what I'm doing is important, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
super important, man.
I feel like, you know, I'm at a point with the music that I'm releasing, and it's the truth, bro. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to push any agendas or anything like that. Like, it's just being fucking real, and I think it's very important, and because I know like so many people that have hit me up and said it's fucking important.
It did it for me, man. Yeah. Like, I'd heard the album previously before release. We'd had a night on the beers, and you showed me, but your birthday, when the day it was released, and then the release gig as well, man, like, without spilling anything, you know, I've been going through a bit as well, and that album in those couple weeks was like I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, word, brother.
This is really good. These are my people. I feel okay. Life's gonna be okay. And this is my mate telling me this through his music. So can't be that bad.
But it even tells myself sometimes, man. I was you know, have like little things that, you know, because fucking shit can happen any fucking day of the week, bro.
Yeah.
Just sitting there stressing, and I've like watched that Lucky Man clip again. I'm like, oh, fucking chill out, bro.
Yeah,
shit's sweet, man. Shit's sweet, bro. Like, fuck. So yeah,
you've done a good job with it.
Would you say nowadays that's something that is at the forefront with your drive with creativity, to just be as authentic as possible?
100%, man. Yeah.
Just creating.
But I mean, you can still be. It's all in how you know. I can still drop some outlandish bars that I've obviously like exaggerated, but you know, it's still it's a point of like what's real and not, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just being your fucking self, man. You know, being your fucking self. And it's I'm way more of a perfectionist with it these days. Where in the past I just fucking say anything, all right?
Yeah.
Get the rap finished, bang. Where it's like now it's like, no, what am I saying here? Like, I don't want to be saying any shit that I've been just saying before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've actually spoken about this before, bro. When I sent you that voice note about how, and that's, I guess, what shows growth through artistry is when you can look back on certain things you've created and certain stuff that you've said, and you can kind of look back and go, oh, nowadays I wouldn't say that. Back then, fuck yeah, and I'll own that. And I think that also shows that growth, and what you're speaking about now just shows that levels of that growth you've had as an artist, and now finding that authentic piece with the music that you make. You know?
Yeah, straight up, bro. Straight up.
Creating music and all that sort of thing. And you definitely see it through the stuff that you're creating now. It is really cool. That clip was wholesome as fuck.
Yeah,
with
man,
the whole family there, and you've got like the youngins and stuff, and
crazy is because I went to that primary school, man.
For real,
bro. That's the primary school I went to, man. It didn't dawn on me till like just after we shot the clip. I was like, bro, I've been hanging out here playing fucking footy like however many years ago now.
Wait, so you didn't know when you...
Like I did, like obviously I know that's my primary school, but just didn't really click. Like I'm literally in the spot I used to play in doing this fucking monumental clip, bro. Like it
that's
really
the
is
full circle, eh?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like so many full circle moments with it, bro. But yeah, that's, I guess, with the authenticity as well, it's like, I don't know, for me, you know, as a lot of people it'll happen to, but like when you have a kid, man, like... I don't know, for me as a rapper, like back in the day, did not give a fuck, bro. I would rap about fucking anything. I didn't give a fuck about setting an example. People used to, like, I ain't setting a fucking example. Like, I ain't having fucking kids, man. Can't even fucking look after myself, bro, you know? But then it happens and it's just like, all right, I've got this catalogue of music and it's mostly fucking shit, like, pretty gnarly shit, talking about, you know, drugs, violence, all the fucking rest. And it's like
neck up and all.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. You wait till I get cancelled one of these. Fuck, I just gotta go digging. But yeah, man, it's like for me it was like my daughter's gonna grow up one day and she's gonna listen to all my fucking music regardless of what I show her. You know what I mean? So she's gonna hear all the shit I've released in the past. But I still want to be genuine. So that's most of what I do with my music, man, is probably like setting this fucking like example or legacy that I can leave for my fucking daughter once I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like so much of it has become that, bro. Like, yeah.
That's cool though. I guess that's kind of would you say that's like your next chapter? Well, that was your next chapter once you had your daughter Lily.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then that's kind of what's opened you up to this next chapter of
Yeah, man. And even like
artist
the
you
first couple, the first couple of years of when I had it, like I changed a lot, bro. I wasn't doing as much of the same shit, but I was still, I was by no means perfect, like I was and I'm still by no means perfect, but I really do try, I try and do the right thing as much as I fucking can, and it's a process. It's always a fucking process,
as long as you're present and you're trying your best, I think that's the
man,
right
and
path. You're never going to feel like you're doing
and just
exactly
being
right.
self-aware so that, that you can really try to avoid making the same mistakes, because when you're just making the same fucking mistakes, that when people are just like, what are you doing, cunt?
100%. That's when you get your friends sing and pull your head in, mate.
there you go. Literally. Nah, man. I think a question that I really am interested in to what you have to say, and something that even I kind of want to know the answer about myself personally as well, is advice that you would give up and coming artists, not just rappers or hip hop heads, like younger fellas within the scene. It is quite now, from what I can see, a very diverse scene. It's ever changing, and there's all this new elements coming out too. And we've just spoken about authenticity and how close you hold that to your heart. But even a good way to put it is, what advice would you give yourself now to the person that you were when you were 20 years old, 24, the same as what I am? What sort of stuff do you think you'd say to yourself?
I feel like, I don't know, like we've all got to make our own mistakes, and also, that's part of what makes good music, man, is fucking the mistakes we fucking make in our lives, because but I just guess my advice to myself would be to fucking not miss opportunities, man. There's many opportunities back in the day that other people took that I saw in front of me, and I was too busy fucking tearing it up at the after party to be networking. I was, fucking doing shit like that. And that was, back in the, I was doing, I did gigs with fucking, in my first couple of years, because I was doing like stuff with Heads of State, with Dameser and Medusa and stuff, and we were supporting everyone, bro. International acts, fucking everyone around Australia, like all the fucking, every act that came to Tazzy hip hop, we were supporting, man. And like Medusa was networking with these dudes and fucking getting beats and fucking I never did any of that shit back in the day, man. But like, I don't know if I've got straight up advice, but just like, I don't know, it is.
I think that is pretty solid.
It is a journey, and trust the process. Like I see so many young cunts get in and they're like, okay, I want to fucking put my video out and get this many views. And it's like, man, like I remember my first video I dropped back in the day, it took fucking like 6 months to get 1,000 views. I remember when I got 1,000 views, I was like, fuck, bro, I got 1,000 views. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not. If you're in it to make money, don't. It's advice still. I make
nothing.
I make very little money off this shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm meant to be kind of one of the top dudes at least in Tazzy, whatever. But don't do it for the money, because it's fucking. It's not what it's about. But you have to do this shit because you love it. You know what I mean? I knew I was going to do this shit when I was fucking like 11 years old, 12 years old, man. I fucking knew what I was doing.
I think that always filters out as well.
Don't do it because you're like, them cunts are rapping. That looks pretty sick. I want to be a rapper. Like, do it because you fucking love rap, man. And that's what it should be about, creating music and all that shit. And just organically let it happen, Don't fucking stay in your lane with shit. Get a good network of people around you that are on the same level to grow with, you know what I mean? Like it's always good to have people that you look up to and stuff like that. But that's the way to do it is to grow organically, man. Not go paying people for fucking collabs or
100, bro.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice for life in general. Like, don't feel like you're the smartest cunt in the room or you're the most successful cunt in the room. Like, I think it's really good to have people that are your level, below your level, and above your level, so that way you're all building, but you have the same mindset as well, you know what I mean? You don't want people leeching, you don't want to be leeching yourself. Like, you got to have people that want to build you up no matter what you're doing in life.
But I think, like the beauty of the Tazzy scene's always been that solidarity, which is... it's not always as fucking smooth sailing as just like fuck THC, we're on the same page. But it's compared to what I've seen in other states, man, we are fucking we are sweet, bro. There's no, you know what I mean? So yeah, and that's like, man, you see these cunts fucking, these Sydney cunts who were fucking doing tracks together 2 years ago. Now they're fucking dissing each other.
Yeah.
Bro. You never see me doing that shit with any cunt I came up with, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that shit, man.
Yeah.
If I have a fucking disagreement with one of my fucking mates, bro, it's gonna stay between me and my fucking
Yeah, you're gonna
mate,
talk
bro.
about
Like,
it
I'm
instead of just
go on a
Instagram
fucking
it.
podcast and talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
stop that shit's fucking whack, bro. When cunts fucking came up with cunts, you know, and then fucking 2 years later they're calling each other dogs. Fuck that shit, bro. It's fucking
yeah
whack.
on an Instagram live or something like that. It's
It just shows that there was no like organic connection. Both
Yeah,
obviously,
it's
what
not
it
a-
shows in that relationship that they were both taking something from each other, and once that stopped, that's when it's like rightio, and that's where
I
that
think
comes.
it's just the energy as well. Like, I don't know. I think, I don't know. From down here, I feel like we all ride together because it's like we all see the goal together. Like,
yeah.
you know, the big shining light in the mainland.
If one of us
like
is
we're-
winning, we're all winning.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
100
Exactly.
though.
And it's been like that since Dames was going over and doing DMCs, and Tommy was going, Medusa was going over and fucking gigging and shit like that, man. It's like, one of us rides, we all fucking ride, bro. And that's the same thing as
100%.
when I'm going to fucking, you know, going around the fucking globe, man. For, you know, first and foremost, it's like fucking Hobart, Tasmania. That's where I fucking rep, bro. And yeah,
we all
I feel
bring
like
each other
I
up.
get to fucking take these cunts with me, and it's the same when other cunts are doing it. I'm like, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
100%. That's how I got any sort of being able to do anything with music. Was never me just initially going, some cunt was doing something.
Yeah, man.
And they were like, nah, you're doing it because you're with us. And I think that is what keeps us so strong down here, that it's
And again,
on
it's
my own.
organic, bro. Like, THC isn't just like, you know, it's something we rep and shit, but it's like you go to you go to my birthday party, it's literally all of THC in my fucking kitchen. This shit is natural.
We'll get
It's
that
not,
photo
You turn right, you turn left, you know,
you know what I
everybody.
mean? Like, it's not like we all fucking hang out, we all know each other. Like, it's the fucking beauty of it, man. And yeah, unity is way cooler than fucking beefing with each other.
100%.
Fucking real life violence where people fucking get hurt and go to the hospital isn't that fucking, it's not that fun. You know what I mean?
No.
No, it's
Been
not.
there, it's like, it's not-
Sometimes it happens, but it's never
it
fun
happens,
or
yeah,
cool.
it happens, bro. But it's like, especially as you get older as well, man. And you know, yeah, it's way cooler to be riding together, man. And I hope a lot of the young cats can see that from Tazzy coming up. It's like we can all get our egos at times, but like when we all fucking ride together, that's when the beauty of what fucking Tazzy hip hop is, man. You know, when we fucking ride together, bro. And hey, that's another thing that comes in waves is the unity of Tazzy hip hop. You know? But yeah.
No, it's a good time. It's a good time.
So, what are the next steps for you? Do you think?
Next, I've just I got so burnt out and sick after like it was my birthday, then the fucking album launch, man. So I've spent like 2 weeks just recovering and spending quality time.
Dude,
with
that
my
was a
daughter.
bad flu, eh?
Yeah, like, and I had the flu the week of the fucking COVID, whatever the fuck it was, like the week of the gig, man.
Oh, is that what got all of us? Then you
So I
got
was
sick,
yeah.
and
birthday,
then-
Friday,
Yeah.
sick, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday could finally get out of bed, then Friday was the gig.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Oh,
what
then it just would have. Yeah.
that's what
so
got us all crook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what got
since
you
then,
sick.
yeah,
I was
just
just
been
on his
like,
birthday.
just been like
Legit.
resting and like had my daughter the other week, just you know spending quality time with her, but slowly getting into a few things of like organising a bit of a national tour.
Oh, fucking nice.
Yeah, just see where it takes me, man. I have no fucking delusions about what's happening, bro. Like I'm not trying to fucking, you know, I'm just trying to do my music and hopefully fucking get it out to the people that want to hear it.
Do you reckon you'll hit as many states as possible for the tour?
Hard out, bro. Hard out. But it's just I can't do a tour like where other cunts do. Every week they do somewhere. You know, I've got my daughter every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
week.
true.
So
Of course.
basically, the tour works around my hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Tour runs on Lily's schedule.
pretty much, man.
Yeah, no,
straight
that's a
up,
good way to
fucking
be.
Straight up, bro. Yeah.
I'd probably be less. Even that, like doing a tour and doing it every single fucking night.
It takes
you'd
it
be
out of you, bro.
busted.
I haven't like full toured, but I've done regular gigging back in the day.
Yeah.
And it fucking takes it out of you, man. And it's just the lifestyle of it, bro. Because it's easy enough to say I'll do a gig and won't drink or won't party. Like, fuck.
Yeah, look.
You know what I mean? Like,
Literally, it's the environment that you're around and in.
It's
on those
very
nights.
difficult to be in hip hop and not to drink and party after a gig, man.
We're still in that young stage of it as well, so I
Right,
think we understand that
Yeah,
fully.
Yeah. We don't have any like kids yet and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so
So it's like we're in that stage where
at least one
But-
celebratory
But
beer.
some of the acts that used to come down to Hobart, man, and party with me and the boys and shit, and we just destroy them, not thinking like these cunts got to go do this in 3 days time and do it again with another crew, and like, okay, I'm gonna have some beers with them as well. And like,
Bro, when I opened for Draft a year or two ago, we did that. He's like, we finished the show. It's the end of the Tazzy leg. We've done Launceston, and then we did Hobart. And he's like, I normally have 3 beers after the end of tour. We drank 3 bottles of sake. Everyone's like staggering over to the cab. He's like, I got 2 more shows, you cunts. It happens.
it does.
It happens.
You have to find a balance with that, I think, as an artist, because it is always there. It's always there. Those vices are.
yeah, man, and there's not a lot of room for profit on top. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're
Like,
partying.
if you're partying, it can something like fuck. There's not a lot of room for making profit at a gig, you know. Like, yeah.
No, the regional tour, that sounds sick. Have you got, I guess, what sort of lads would you want to have along with you? Where would you want to go? What are the spots where you've
Obviously,
gone
I
before?
just want to hit the main cities, man. But then there's, you know, I want to do something like regional Victoria, possibly Geelong or something.
Yeah. Would you get like on the instruments as well? Like get the banjo out, do
Yeah,
your
I'll
live sort of
probably
vibes?
get the guitar with me, man. Most gigs I'm doing these days, it's a bit of a mix. Like I'll do a couple songs on guitar.
And your brother got up to drum at the last one, eh?
Yeah,
that
my
was
brother
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Anton, man. So he played in like Unleash The Nugget, the hip hop band I was with. I was in back in the day. So I'm not sure. Again, he's got a son as well, and he's like, you know, works. He's got his son, so I don't know if he'd be able to come touring with me. But we'll see.
It'd be dope.
Yeah,
But
he's dope, man. He's very good.
Unleash the Nugget. So what was I've got very little knowledge on this personally. Lockie, I called up Lockie today. I was like, yeah, this one I'm gonna ask Dunners and stuff. I was like, any other things I should bring up? He's like, yeah, bring up this band that he was in back in the day and stuff. So what was that? What
So it was
time zone
like-
are we talking? What time?
So
what
this
era?
was 2002 was when Unleash The Nugget started. So that's fucking show my age here. That was when
Well, I was 2 years old. So.
2002 I started grade 11.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, so that grade 11 at Rosny College. And I guess I'd been going I was at Rose Bay, a high school near Rosny before. So I was like when I was in grade 10, I was going to a lot of these Rosny parties, and I started chatting to a few dudes who were in bands there, and I was already rapping a bit. And I was like, I want to start a fucking hip hop band next year, man. Fucking, let's do a fucking hip hop band. It'd be sick. Got a few dudes in on it, and then we just started playing a few like gigs at Rosny in the common room and shit, and then doing a few parties. Then we ended up going in like the fucking Tazzy Rock Challenge, bro, that year. And like a fucking straight, not a rock band, like straight hip hop, man. It was straight hip hop band. Like went in the Rock Challenge, fucking won it all, bro. Fucking smashed it, you know.
Is that
what I
the
mean?
school things? What
Yeah,
is
so
that?
it's like all the secondary, you know, all the secondary schools basically.
And they all come together and
Yeah, and there's like Southern Heats, Northern Heats, and then
Yeah.
but we
It's
fucking
like
smashed
Battle of the Bands and School of Rock. but
yeah,
in Tassie.
yeah, that's dope. Do they still do that?
it. Yeah, I know it kind of died down a bit with COVID and stuff, but I judged the Rosny one a couple years ago, which is a bit of a full circle one to come back and
Yeah,
judge
there
it
you
at high school, you know, mate. But yeah, we did we were like, you know, not to put, but we were the fucking shit. Unleash the Nut. We were the shit in Hobart, bro. We were playing, you know, fucking selling out local shows, bro. Like fucking getting 350 people to Republic and shit like that. And you know, we did a bit of touring and stuff like that. But it was such a. I feel for me, it's like I really know how to control a crowd from being in that band, man. Like we're a real like party rock kind of crowd, you know, rock the crowd kind of vibe. So it was just so much fun, man. It was like, you know, and we'd have, you know, different guys on, like it was you know, it was fucking guitar, bass, drums, keys, but then we'd have like trumpet players, sax players, and shit like that going on. So it was just, I don't know, it was a vibe, and taught me so much musically as well, man. So much of the music that I make now is like influenced by, the people that I met in Unleash the Nugget and the music we were playing. And also my brother Anton as well, man, because he's older than me, bro. He's like nearly 2 years older than me. So he's like my big brother. He was in punk bands and shit when I was through high school. So
Yeah.
And Anton, my brother, knows how to fucking write tunes, bro. Like where I learned how to write melodies is from him, man. Where I learned how to do harmonies is just me trying to be my brother, basically. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what most of that's been incorporated into. So we moved Unleash the Nugget. Yeah, we did shit locally down here for many years, Fucking, we played Falls a bunch of times, played a few different festivals down here, did a few gigs interstate here and there. We moved to Melbourne in 2009. We had like a regular, I don't know if you know the Evelyn was it Fitzroy?
No,
we had a
no.
residency there, a weekly residency.
What up in Melbourne?
Yeah.
So you go up there every week? And do
No, we were living in Melbourne. I moved to Melbourne I moved to Melbourne twice, maybe when I was like for about a year in 2004, and then in 2009 I moved over there for a couple of years, bro. But that kind of started to die off a little bit. That's when I got into battling, and then people just went and did their own thing. We just never got it back together, bro. So
would you? Do you think?
I fucking hard out would do it, bro.
Yeah.
That is like some top
I would love to see an
line.
Unleash the
Would
Nugget
be
show.
dope. I'm
bucket
hella-
list shit, man, to get Unleash the Nugget together back for a reunion. Like, there's a couple of members that it's hinging on. Like, I know me and my brother are fucking 100% keen, but who knows, man? But 100% hard out.
Even like a
This was a
reunion
thing
gig
that
or
we
something.
heard
That'd be dope.
whispers of when I was coming. Because I'm 10 years younger than you or something, but it was sort of like Dunners, you don't know about Unleash the Nugget. Like, even when I met your other older brother, he was like,
Ghana, shout out,
fucking,
Joe.
do you even know about Unleash the Nugget, mate? You say you're friends with Mick. I'm like, oh, I've heard about it, bro.
Do you have songs up on
I
Spotify?
was 4, bro.
I was 4. Do you have songs up on like stream and stuff, YouTube
Yeah,
or
man,
anything?
we've got like one of our EPs up. I think it's on Spotify, bro. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's
right.
cool, man. It's like
I'm going to
like,
sass it after this. I want to give it a go.
and you'll hear it and you'll be like, fuck, there's so many similarities to anthems, bro.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, like the harmonies and the hooks and fucking oath. So it's been so much fun to come back to this anthem style of writing, man, which is what I kind of started doing.
You've really done that full circle, like we've mentioned a few times. I guess that is a nice thing to do, because as you do the full circle, you reflect back on all of that journey that you've had, and you go, fuck, hey, that's it. It is a cool feeling. That is
Fucking oath, brother. Fucking oath.
that is dope. I'm been eyeing off that beer in that fridge, bro. I don't. The thing is, I'm trying to, as I'm
Bro, just
yarning,
do these
I'm
ones.
trying to calculate if, like, fuck, I know I bought a 6-pack. I don't know if there's one. I'm gonna sneak up.
There's some.
There's a beer left.
I swear there's some.
Oh,
I
you're
think
close
so.
to the fridge.
Yeah, a couple. There's 3, bro. Fucking all over, bro.
That's one each. No, it's because I had that other 6-pack here before, so we're good for beers.
I think it's really cool, even especially hearing like how you create music and these influences that you have through like playing in the band, and how you make music in these little 8-bar loops with a guitar and some percussion, like vocal percussion. Like and a lot of us can agree, and people that are watching this, like I kind of somewhat came into it when it was like, like you start rapping or freestyling on a YouTube beat, and it's like,
yeah.
and that's kind of become the new thing. Like the guy that mainly I rap on his beats, I don't even fucking really know him. Like he lives in a different country, but I just buy his beat and that sort of thing. But I think you really connect deeper with your music with the way that you're doing it. And I want to, from hearing you doing that, it makes me really want to like explore that more. And it's going to be obviously at the start like unorthodox and weird, but
that's how I started as well, man.
Yeah.
Like I was never like, I was never a great guitar player, or like, I could sing a bit, man, but I was never considered myself like a great singer or anything, bro. But I just started doing bits and pieces and kind of, I played guitar when I was younger and had some guitar lessons and shit. But then my older brother was always way better than me. And then the guitarist from Unleash the Nugget, Gilly G, I was in high school with him at grade 7. As soon as I heard him play, I was like, I'll never be as good as you at guitar. And that's kind of when I got into rapping. But when I came back to guitar, I think it was around the time that Lily was born. I just started jamming out, playing a few things, and just took it from there, man. And then I discovered this app, and like, if you listen to what I was first doing in that app years ago to what I'm doing now, it's like vastly different. But I feel like, yeah, to a degree with it, you can kind of start anywhere and teach yourself a bit, man. Like I don't know much music theory. Like I know sounds. I know what I like to hear. I know, but yeah,
I guess you know your own music theory.
Yeah, exactly,
you know
man. And you kind of, it's like you
that's-
teach yourself, man. And the more you do it, it's like anything, and and that's advice for rappers, like we were talking about before. Like if you want to be this shit, you have to do it. You have to fucking have to do the work. No one's going to be good off the jump. Like you got to make fucking 20 whack tracks to fucking get to the good one sometimes.
100%.
Like fucking
And being yourself, you know what I mean? Like, as you were saying before, like you've come back full circle to what really inspired you first off, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's
man.
why you've got to continue being yourself, because that way you're only going to get better the more authentic you get with things, you know what I mean? You've only gotten better through age and through time, and that at the same time has been coming back to what you first started with.
Yeah, and I even feel like I was talking to a few people about like what's the next step after Anthems, man. And I feel like the most genuine step for me, like with the next release, is to go back a bit to like my Heads of State roots with more like some fucking classic boom bap and some more bar heavy shit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this type of music for now, from what I've done with Anthems, is kind of the pinnacle of it for now, bro. You know, it is the pinnacle of it.
Oh,
for now.
it's
So I feel like for
very
me,
high
the next
quality.
step is a different direction. I feel like that's going to be going back into just a straight fucking hip hop direction.
go
for at
from the
least one.
heartfelt to the next snap. And
Yeah, man, and still, still create the beats and shit, but just keep it a bit more like some of the early, my early days of getting into the hip hop scene, man. Like, because I was rapping for a few years and I wasn't in the hip hop scene, man. I was like, and cunts used to give me shit for it. They were like, "You're a muso, bro. You're a fucking rapper." But like, so I had to earn my stripes in the hip hop scene as well, man.
I feel like that's not even really a thing anymore, eh? I think everyone kind of wants to be somewhat of the because it gets somewhat glorified. You know what I mean? Like, it's really easy to look at someone and be like, "Oh fuck," they look really cool. I just want to be that. But then when it comes with the frustration of acquiring a skill of being able to write a track, it's
Man.
it's fucking dedication beyond. And like you said, you really do. You have to love it. For like, people will have their own reasons why. Like, mine personally is just the expression, the vent.
Yeah.
I'll start writing about, or just sit there like, "Oh, I want to write something." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm writing some really deep shit. Must mean I need to get this stuff out."
Yeah.
People are all different. Like, some are into it, and you change. Like, you change on your artist journey, and I think that's fuck me, I lost my train of thought. I think that's the important thing to realize with that artistry is that it is quite a big, long journey.
And I feel like, just the biggest thing with it as well is just doing what is you, man. Not, and I've done it in the past, bro. I've fucking, I've definitely like, this is that kind of fucking style's popping off a bit. Like, all right, I'm gonna fuck kind of, you know what I mean? Like, whereas I've got the last fucking 3 releases, like, just not music that's popping at all. Like,
but it's your sound, and that's popped.
But that's what I mean.
what's
If you're
popped.
genuine about it, like, and you find what is you, then that's what.
I've definitely sat there, man, and gone, "Oh no, I don't want to write fucking sad shit, depressing shit. I need to make some hard hitting stuff." And then when I do try and do that, I just get frustrated because it's not coming out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just get so frustrated. I'm like, "Fuck, I can't
And
write."
you're kind of putting yourself in a box again,
Yep.
man. Whereas if you can, as I was saying earlier, if you can just fucking channel that shit from up here, bro.
Yeah, my first few years was, I wasn't trying to make anything that other people were making, but I don't think it was really myself, and I was trying to make what I thought I was meant to make.
Yeah.
And then
I've been there
while
as
it
well,
wasn't
brother.
what other people were doing, it was still not me. And it wasn't until really, honestly, last year when I first dropped Return of the Jedi, where I was like, I don't give a fuck what anyone
Exactly,
thinks.
and
I'm
that's
just going to
what-
do what the fuck I want.
Yeah,
This
man.
feels super me.
Because if you're doing,
people liked it.
and I've done it as well, man. Like you're trying to hit a certain sound or something, but if it's not what you're actually meant to be doing, then it just kind of sounds contrived, bro. There's plenty of tracks I've done like that in the past. So it's like,
And it could have been done super professionally, but it just sounds bodgy as.
100%.
Be yourself, kids.
Yeah, being yourself, literally, bro. Literally,
Yeah, man.
that frustration of feeling boxed in and you have to meet an agenda or meet a criteria is taxing, bro. It really is. You need to go into music and I think life in general without an expectation on oh, I have to be this to meet that agenda, or I have to be this to meet this mark. There's certain times where you're going to have to fucking show up and do something that you don't necessarily want to do, like to show up to grow and gain sort of things. But I think when it comes to creating the path of your life that you need to walk, it needs to be one that you've created, not hopping on the piggyback of someone else's, because it's fucking shit house.
And that's the same with just like making mistakes and like lead a horse to water and all that shit, bro. Like, all good to fuck. It's a journey. Trust the process. You make your own mistakes and you fucking learn from it. And yeah, I don't know, man. People say life's short, but it's like fucking life's not that short, bro. Like fucking my 30s has been sick, bro. You know what I mean? Like I remember get to the end of my 20s and thinking that shit, like fuck, it's all downhill from here. Fuck no, boys. Like
I've been feeling that. Like I'm not even old, bro, but I'm like, fuck, I'm 27 this year. The fun's are gonna end in the next 3 years.
It's like, but it's the journey, bro. And there's been many ups and downs, man. But it's like fuck, that's what it's all about, eh? And it's just the more you appreciate all of that, the better it is, man. The smoother sailing it can be for you.
Yeah, so you're saying next thing, you want to do the national tour.
Yep.
National tour, back to the boom bappy sort of steez.
Yeah, well, like I'm not 100% sure yet, but I feel that's the next logical movement with it for me, man.
Do it.
And even that little beat I showed you before, I'm penning a little thing to that. That's just some fucking cool bars, man.
How often do you reckon you're writing? Like, are you doing it every single day, or is it just when you
not
feel
every
it,
single
or when
day,
you?
man. But like, I haven't for
A while, eh? 'Cause you've
fucking
been flat stick.
months, I reckon, bro, because it's just been so much shit that I've had to do, man. But that said, I've got a bunch of collabs in the go.
I really want that one with Muller to come out.
Real
rogue track.
That's pretty fucking rogue. We'll get that out at some stage.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've heard this. Eh? He would have.
I'm not going to recite any of the bars that sit in my head. That's for if the world hears it, the world hears it. But that is
in your lounge room, probably like 5
well,
o'clock in the
me and
morning.
Will have ciphers. He always pulls that one out. Oh.
Yeah. Nuts. But yeah, just kind of where it takes me, bro. You know? Like, I started so I haven't written in months, man, because I've just been doing the album. But then maybe fucking three days ago, I started penning just some bars. Got like halfway through it, started making that beat to it, fucking to go around of it, and then I've probably written fucking 32 bars in a couple of days. And sometimes it might be I'm writing, that fucking couple of verses a week. Sometimes I might not do it might not write a fucking verse or even a track for 6 months, whatever.
Because it comes in waves, eh?
Yeah. And you've got to, it depends, man, but I don't know, a lot of the time you just got to live sometimes to be able to get
the inspiration.
You fucking squeeze it out sometimes. Like,
that's a really refreshing statement to hear, because something I find, especially now in this time of life, the grind culture is very much milked to the point it feels like you're doing fuck all if you're not contributing to that goal every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? And I think it'd be really refreshing for listeners to hear as well, because there's obviously going to be people that aspire to do what you're doing as well. And it's like, I've got to be writing all the time. It's like, no, you got to experience life, because what's your inspiration?
I think as an up and comer, write all the fucking time, man. If you've been rapping, like in your first 5 years of rapping, fucking write all the time, man. Just to write once a week to sharpen your pen. I used to do that shit. I used to write fucking like nearly every day back in the day. But you get to a certain point, like where you know what you're doing and you're comfortable. It's like, again, organically, naturally, you got to let it happen. And it's like you're putting your fucking soul out there. So you've got to recharge your soul in order to genuinely put it out there, or then it's going to be contrived shit, man. It's not going to be the real thing if you've like squeezed your soul and then you're like fucking trying to wring it out.
Oh man, that's something I found a lot through what I was just talking about a lot. It was like, if I'm not sleeping, I'm meant to be writing because I want to be a rapper. What am I meant to write about if all I'm doing is writing? Like, sick, I'm going to be another cunt that raps about rapping.
Yeah, I know. And that's cool. When you're coming up, man, fucking do it. Kids do raps about rap. I used to as well.
Yeah.
Fucking, but you'll get to a point where it's like, right. And then don't think that you're going to write your best song in the first couple of years or something, or, like it's, if you listen to some of the shit I was writing in my, like the first 10 years, bro, it's like, it's all building, it's all working to this fucking, you know,
I
this
think
final.
that's-
It's like a martial art or something, bro.
Yeah.
You know? That's
Yeah.
I
Earning your
guess, like
stripes.
you've got to fucking train, and like it's after years it becomes this second nature thing, like where you know. Where you're writing a verse and it's almost, you know, when you fucking drive home and you don't remember driving home because you're just on fucking autopilot.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
you can do that and autopilot a fucking ill verse from the fucking universe, man, it's just, it's a very fucking special feeling.
And I think also in the early stages, not being so hypercritical on yourself to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
all these banger. Like I'm definitely like it. I'm like, no, every song's got to beat the bestest of the best, and it can't be this. And then what happens is I sit on all this shit and release one song in a fucking year.
Yep.
So I think it's also just not being so critical on yourself and using these tracks and putting it out as those building blocks to build your artistry and who you are as an
man.
artist up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, that's part of it, man. It's just like, it's a hard one, you know, because I'm the same where I can be a full perfectionist, bro. But I've just got to, like, I've done it with pretty much every release where it's like, through thick or thin, here's a fucking deadline and we're going to fucking get it done, you know? Like, you know, me and Cal probably could have spent another 6 months perfecting anthems and getting, you know, every little thing fucking perfect. But it's like, nah, fuck, bro, let's get this done and get this out there.
Yeah.
Which is, so because, I don't know, as a perfectionist, you can sit there for forever to the point that you've picked it apart and you don't want to release it anymore. And I've done that with songs in the past. I'm sure there's songs that I fucking, if I just went bang and put it out there, would have been sweet. But I sat there on them and I rewrote it and I did. Then I got to a point I'm like, what is my fucking connection to this song anymore? You know, like you kind of lose your connection to the song with it. And I think that's important as well. Is especially when you're recording, at least, is fucking having that emotional connection to the song. Like, so you're present. So you're not just reading it off like you're actually present about what you're spitting. Like, so you can feel it. It's very fucking important. It took me a long time to fucking learn what it is to be present emotionally when you're fucking spitting your raps and you're recording it.
I like that.
But for me, it's very important.
And I guess, holding on to that connection. If you are going to release it, I mean, it is ultimately your choice whether or not. Some people, I know there's dudes out there, and there'd be even dudes out there that we don't know, that'd be making dope shit right now just for the sake that they like to do it as a therapeutic exercise or whatever. Like, and it's just like if you want to release it for the other people and the world to listen to, and now the impact that your music is making, and people are listening to that to get through their day, to have a good time, to vibe out to an anthem at a pub. You know what I mean? Like it holds so much depth to it now, this music, that it doesn't just help and heal and kind of give you an opportunity to vent your life. It also gives people opportunities to live theirs. So it's,
It's
dope.
it becomes almost like a communal experience, bro. I find like, I don't know, the amount of people that have been like hit me out, like they're like, bro, you wrote this song about my life, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's such a special thing to be able to fucking share with people, man. Which still I don't know. I do grasp it, but I still don't grasp it, man. I'm just fucking, I don't know.
I think one of the hardest things to take is compliments like that. No matter what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like someone saying you're impacting their life to a great degree, because, you know, if you got humility within you, it's like, oh, like you're stoked inside and that's what you really want to be doing, but it's like, oh shit, I'm actually doing
also
that.
I think it's, you know, I'm not fucking around touring, you know, like I still walk around fucking Hobart every day, like not much has changed, man. So it's still like, like it's just little old me, bro. Like,
I'm still
just
Nick,
working,
just making
just being a
music.
dad, fucking making tunes, doing the same shit I've fucking done for however long now, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
But that's it. It doesn't have to be all that. It can be just this. And it looks like the way that you're doing it, bro, is doing fucking pretty good.
But again, that comes from I'm making music for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not making music for anyone else. Like, and that's why I feel like that's why it resonates with people, is because I'm making it for me. I'm not making, you know, like
100%.
if I was like, oh, I want to try and make a tune for this type of people in this demographic, or again,
never seems to just work as easy as when you think you're going to hit a demographic, or when someone else says that you're going to hit this it just doesn't seem to
Well, it's
ever
just
be
that's what I was saying before, just about you stay in the lane and you find what your lane is. Your lane might be very fucking broad, but find your lane that is genuinely you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a fucking grime rapper. I'm not a fucking drill rapper, bro. I'll never be a grime or a drill rapper, bro. That's not my lane, you know. Like,
I think it's like
it is
when
what
you
it is.
hear about a lot of artists that think the song that's going to pop off, it's the song that they least think is going to pop off that
Yeah,
people
man,
really
yeah,
gel
yeah.
with because they weren't trying for that angle. They just made it. It just
Well, that
came
was
with that collection of music.
fucking, what is it? Nosebleed section, man. Do you know the story with that one, the Hilltop Hoods. Apparently, originally they were going to keep Nosebleed section off the calling, man. Like they were, yeah. I don't know the exact details of it, but some of them were real iffy on it because it was this way different sound to what traditionally hip hop had been in this country. You know what I mean? And then I think, don't quote me on it, but I swear someone's fucking told me this story that Hilltop originally were thinking about not putting like Nosebleed section on the calling.
Because it just shows, just release your fucking music. You don't know what impact it's going to have.
Yeah, fucking
release it. Fuck sitting on it. Anyone listening, release your fucking tunes. Don't sit on that untouched gold. I'm pretty sure we're just about up to like, unfortunately, because it's been a mad yarn, the new cameras that I got, they've only got like an hour and a little bit on the film, bro. But
bloody new cameras.
It's been sick to have you on, bro.
My pleasure, brother.
It's been a pleasure to me, someone that I've looked up to for what you've done within the scene and really held your name, and your music speaks for itself.
Oh, thank you, brother.
And
appreciate
thanks heaps,
boys.
bro. If you want to leave it on any note, anything that you want to say, I think we've pretty much said everything.
Nah, just fucking. Thanks for having me. You know, if you haven't copped the album yet, go check it out. And
Cop anthems, motherfuckers.
It's all happening. I'll be doing a tour soon and starting to get the ball rolling a bit more. But
boss,
yeah,
legend.
It's your old mate Dunners. Thank you very much.
Old mate Dunners.
Cheers, boys.
Wicked.